they were under the fear.
Correct.
कि आज किधर से गोली चलेगी किधर से नहीं. That is the base of all. Karim Lala was there.
Right.
Haji Mastan was there. Then Yusuf Patel was there. Manpower was increased automatically. Money started flowing. मेरा अरे 19 ही है, उसका तो 50 हो गया. He fired from the window. One of the topmost builder from the Lokhandwala area, he got a threat from the Maya Dolas.
Right.
50 लाख रुपए चाहिए, हम लोग आने वाले हैं.
Welcome to today's episode, Ab Tak Unees, Nemesis of Lawbreakers. Encounter operations often evoke both admiration and debate. Celebrated for their boldness, it is viewed, examined or scrutinized under public scrutiny, under the lens of public scrutiny and ethics. In this episode, we will explore the extraordinary journey of encounter specialist Bhanupratap Barge, who joins us today. In a career spanning over 3 decades, he has been on the front line of law enforcement from the crime-ridden streets of Mumbai to the high-risk terror operations with the ATS Pune. An alumnus of Fergusson College, he has been a key figure in some of India's most daring operations, including the infamous Lokhandwala Shootout. He has also played a decisive role in neutralizing 7 dreaded gangsters, over 12 hardcore criminals, and numerous terrorists. I'm Prince Chaudhary, your host. Welcome to the episode, ACP Barge. Let's get started.
It's you can call retired ACP.
Retired ACP, yes, of course. So going into a little bit into history and background, the early 90s and 2000s was a very chaotic situation. You were in Mumbai, Mumbai at that time.
Yes.
So could you describe the feeling and the atmosphere within the police force when facing the relentless threat of the underworld, and how did the pressure influence your strategic decisions?
See that basically if you'll go through Mumbai city, that time it was not so big city. It was from Mumbai city means Sion to Kolaba.
Sion to Kolaba.
Now that suburbs are emerging in that Mumbai city, and a lot of this area is also extended. I think around 110 police stations are there in Mumbai city.
Okay.
Now you can think that how many people will be staying in that under the 110 police stations.
Right.
Secondly, you are asking about the crime situation at that time.
Right.
So basically, crime was related to some area only.
Okay.
And I think I am a fortunate person. I got that opportunity as a police officer to work in the Dongri police station.
Okay.
That was the first police station. You must be heard of the name of the Dongri.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, so that is the base of all. Karim Lala was there.
Right.
Haji Mastan was there. Then Yusuf Patel was there.
Were they there during your time, sir?
Yeah, they were there in during my time also. And apart from this Dongri, Paiduni and Nagpada area, Rajan was also there in that Matunga area. But basically that time gang war was not there among the gangsters.
Okay.
Actually they were the mafias.
Right.
And Dawood was just coming in the pictures.
Right.
Before that, this Karim Lala gang was powerful in that area. And Dawood, you must be heard of that. Dawood was the son of the police constable.
Absolutely.
His father was a crime branch constable.
Absolutely.
Working in the police force. But somehow this Dawood attached to these gangs. And पहले तो सब चोरी मारी चलता था.
बिल्कुल.
Cheating का काम करता था.
Yes.
And then he is a Dawood now. That time that Dawood was not there.
Correct.
So somehow these people, Karim Lala was indulging in, he was handling the narcotics business basically.
Okay.
Like he was having contacts in the Afghanistan.
Okay.
And he is Afghani.
Achha, he is
Afghani. His relatives were staying in Afghan. We were having very good relations that time with the Afghanistan also.
Right.
Many people used to come here. Many people goes to Afghanistan. And basically, if you'll see that, the charas and marijuana, ganja, the Afghan product is the best. Still that is the best in the world.
Correct.
And he used to bring that charas and all that by smuggled way in India and distribute throughout the India, not in the Mumbai only.
Oh my God.
Then Haji Mastan, he was in the smuggling business.
Right.
The dock was nearby the Dongri police station.
Absolutely.
And all that time the smuggling was of the electronics, gadgets, means like VCR was there.
VCR was there.
Then citizens, these watches were there.
Correct.
And this way he used to indulge in that. And then afterwards he started the smuggling of the gold also.
Gold also. Correct.
Instead of there is a lot of profit is there in the
Absolutely.
gold smuggling, and then he started the gold smuggling. And you must have seen the Diwar movie.
Absolutely.
That is based on
a lot of Hindi movies have been based on.
A lot of based on. Then he was indulging that smuggling, and then Varadarajan, he was indulging in the liquor business only.
But sir, tell me one thing. Varadarajan was also involved in Dharavi, no?
Yeah, that is Matunga.
Achha, that is
Matunga and Dharavi is nearby.
Okay.
Dharavi was his base because of the slum area.
Correct.
But he used to work in the Matunga, Dharavi, and that Sion. Now
Correct.
it is Sion.
Sion, right.
So that area belongs to Varadarajan. But throughout Mumbai and suburbs, he used to pass on that liquor business.
Achha, liquor.
All that liquor bhattis, you can call that
So illegal
daru bhatti.
and daru bhattis.
So that was in that slum area of the Dharavi.
Right.
तो ये ऐसा इनका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऐसा सिस्टमेटिक चल रहा था एक दूसरे के खिलाफ इतना ज्यादा दे वर नॉट अगेंस्ट ईच अदर.
Oh, अच्छा, they were not.
Yeah, so that time gang war was not there.
Gang war was not.
Yeah, so when this Dawood came in the picture, and one day that Samad Khan, the nephew of the Karim Lala,
Correct.
he was very active that time. The
Right.
Pathan gang was very much active
Very
in
much.
Mumbai, and they used to do many things illegally.
Correct.
लाइक गिविंग चैलेंज दैट कि आज 4 बजे इधर आ जाना है आपको, हम देख लेंगे एक दूसरे को. इट वॉज नॉट लाइक दैट कि बैक स्टैबिंग वॉज नॉट देयर.
Oh,
वेन शाबिर दाऊद्स एल्डर ब्रदर वॉज मर्डर्ड, एंड देन दिस गैंग वॉर बिटवीन द पठान एंड कोकनी. दाऊद वॉज अ कोकनी.
अच्छा, that was a cook.
तो whoever was against Pathan gang, they joined this Kokni gang. And then Dawood grow up, and still he become a terrorist after 93 blast. So how he become this scenario of that times, this gang war was like this.
Okay.
In 90s, this become very much you can say that कि जो फैल जाता है बोलते हैं हम लोग.
Okay.
तो it become like that.
तो पूरी जगह पे फैल
पूरे जगह पे मतलब पूरा मुंबई में फैल गया. तो हर एक चेंबर में दैट छोटा राजन वाज, नाउ छोटा राजन इज देयर. That time Chota Rajan was not there, Bada Rajan was there.
Bada Rajan was there.
Yeah. Then in central Bhaikala area, Arun Gaudi was there, Babu Rishim was there. In this area, Karim Lala was there, Dawood was there. Like that, this all over this Mumbai city, it become like the criminal capital of the India.
With pockets.
And they become organized. Day by day, they started becoming organized. Then Amar Naik was there.
Right.
Then Amar Naik, after Amar Naik, Ashwin Naik was with him.
Right.
So these gangs started, individually they were working in their areas. But then when Bada Rajan was murdered, when these gangs started operating in that Chembur area, Bhaikala area, Dongri area, Nagpada area, Daisar area, then it went to Thana, then it went to Domboli.
Oh.
Like whatever these all suburbs connected to Mumbai city, all small gangs started operating over there.
Right.
What Dawood did that, ki whoever against the Karim Lala, who is against the Pathan gangs, he started approaching them.
Oh.
Somehow he approached them. Chota Rajan was helped. Brain behind all this syndicate was the Chota Rajan.
Chota Rajan, absolutely.
And he was with the Dawood that time.
Correct.
So then Chota Shakil was with the Dawood. Then many other gangsters were there. So somehow these individual local gangs, they came in together and they divided into Pathan gang and then the Kokni gang. So of Dawood gang. D gang, we started calling D.
So which means, sir, that Dawood was using his
exactly
acumen,
that's what.
Not business acumen, but criminal
acumen. No, he was a business acumen also, because it's not easy to handle all these things.
Absolutely, get them
because
together.
You need all that money also for that.
Right.
Manpower also.
Absolutely.
Then weapons also.
Yes.
And how to get it.
So
that business mind should be there. Na? Then he was business minded. He was well organized, and what you can say that he know that whom to use against whom.
Oh, that is very important.
He took a help of the police officers also.
Oh.
Then somehow that because of his father was in the police, so little bit sympathy was with him.
Absolutely.
Before, till the bomb blast, this thing, many officers used to speak with him on the phone.
Correct.
Even he was in the Dubai, he was in the Pakistan, he was in the other countries also. So likely he started this thing is like Chicago mafia style. He
Absolutely.
started doing it in the Mumbai.
Oh,
And he succeeded in that.
he succeeded in that. Okay.
So then these gang war started after Shabir's murder. Then Dawood's elder brother, he murdered. Then Samad Khan was murdered by
Samad Khan
these
was
people. All these inter-rivalry started, and then gang war started in the Mumbai. And then some builders, they took help of these gangsters to vacate the plots.
Okay.
And they got somehow, they got that money.
Right.
Lot of money.
Lot of money came.
Not only this, apart from smuggling, apart from the illegal, this daru bhatti and all that things.
The cash
they
started flowing in from
started
builders.
flowing. And weapons started coming from the borders. And then they become mafias,
They became a mafia.
not gangsters.
Right. So, ACP Barge, tell our viewers, at what point in your career did you feel that encounters have become a necessity because the gangs that you just spoke about were mushrooming and becoming bigger and probably would be a threat to the civilian population?
Yeah,
also?
that's a very great question. See that ki slowly they started indulging in this, grabbing the plots, vacating the plots, removing the tenants. And that time these mill workers, that mills were closed by the government, closed by the owners.
Right.
And that land, because that workers of the mill workers, their sons,
Right.
half of these gangsters are the son, means they are the family members of these mill workers.
Oh my God. Oh.
So they become attracted towards these gangs. Manpower was increased automatically. Money started flowing, nothing like that.
Correct.
Then your question comes there. Then slowly plots were settled. Now that if I'm buying some car, big car, some amount of 40 lakh rupees, 50 lakh rupees, so immediately I started getting the calls. If I'm condemned, my function is, suppose at my home that wedding function is there. I'm spending a lot of money on the wedding function at the Taj or the Oberoi. Then they came to know that if we'll give the calls to these people, like threatening calls, extortion calls.
Extortion calls. Exactly.
So people started giving them money. And then it become like that ki paisa mil gaya, or then some builders take the help of the Dawood. That builder supposed to give money to the Dawood.
Correct.
Then these gang members, they know these transactions.
Absolutely.
They know information. And then they came to know that suppose Kukreja builder was murdered in the Chembur.
Right.
He was handling the Chota Rajans money.
Correct.
Then Dawood killed him. Dawood murdered him.
Oh.
Dawood's gang murdered him. Like that, these murders happened, like Taqiuddin Wahid of the East West Airlines. You must be
Correct.
heard of
Yes,
that
of
airlines.
course.
Then
That's quite a
Kukreja builders murder. Satish Raje, he was handling the affairs of these economical affairs of the Dawood.
Oh.
He was murdered by the Chota Raja.
My God.
Then these gang wars started this thing on the road. Public got
Affected.
disturbed because of
Yeah,
this
disturbed.
thing. Disturbed or also they were under the fear.
Correct.
कि आज किधर से गोली चलेगी किधर से नहीं, they were not knowing.
And the gangsters were not bothered. I mean,
They were not bothered. Absolutely, they were not bothered. Then somehow that in Bhandup Khindipara only, this Maya Dolas who killed him, the shootout at Lokhandwala, that Maya Dolas and Dilip Boa, they fired randomly, and in that randomly firing, two innocent people, civilian people, they were died in that operation. Then it became havoc for the police also, for the government also,
Right.
and they thought this is not the individual decision of the one officer,
Correct.
not even the commissioner also.
Right.
Then that decision was taken by the who were in the powers. They decided that now we have to stop this thing. And stop these things means what? If they are doing firing, they are going against the police. They are innocent people they are killing.
Right.
Then we have to, if they are firing on us, that is the encounter word.
Right.
Not that we decided and we started killing the gangsters. If they are firing on us, we have to retaliate and we have to take the control of this thing.
Absolutely.
In that 2 years period, around 300 gangsters were killed.
My God.
So see that this government took this decision, and
Right.
that's why it was controlled, and that was decided by the government and senior police officers.
Absolutely.
Then we were the field officers.
Right.
Like you say that ab tak 19, ab tak 56, then that become a very trouble point for the police people.
Correct.
That कि I started that कि now मेरा अरे 19 ही है, उसका तो 50 हो गया.
My
I
God.
have to be 50 or 60, 51 or 60. So that's why this
It became like a competition.
Yeah, it's become like a competition among the officers. And then the further scenario, or we can discuss it in our
Sure.
these things, continuous topic.
So, see, the encounter specialist or the word encounter itself carries both awe and controversy. So, how do you personally reconcile the necessity of your actions with the ethical question and public scrutiny? Public will always scrutinize from the ethics point of view that often accompany encounter killing. So, what would you say to those who say that encounters are not necessary and would criticize your actions?
Yes. They criticize shootout at Lokhandwala. Even
Yes,
the
please tell our viewers about that.
19 hours operation that was carried out in the Bhandu Khindipara, the Khalistan Liberation Front or Khalistan Commando Force terrorists were killed in that operations.
Right.
That also was inquired by the commission, or people criticized that also. See that there is one section that in first of all I'll say that these politicians, they are very shrewd politicians. They are I get scared today also of the politician, not Daud, not Osama bin Laden.
Right.
But I am scared of the politicians.
Because they
See
have the
that they are in the power.
They are in the power.
So they decide what to do that. One of my senior officers once told me that their thinking is that we create heroes and then we make them zeros.
My God.
So these are the policy makers who are sitting over there. Their policies are there. They wanted to take the advantage of the officers. They wanted the field officers who can do all these activities. But once their necessity is this thing finished, so they will not. They will say that now isko suspend kar do, iska inquiry kar do, ye kar do.
So hero to zero.
It's like hero to zero. That's what this senior officer told me once. So second thing is that because of the Human Rights Commission, human rights activists also, these activists, somehow these gangs started approaching the human rights activists. Then in Lokhandwala shootout, that Daud's people were killed, or some other gang, in some other operation, some other gangs people were killed. These other gang member, which are the inter-rivalry among them,
Right.
they started approaching the human rights people. Some of the politicians who are not in the power, they wanted to create disturbance for the
People in power.
Politicians in the power.
Politicians in power.
So they wanted to create trouble for them. Taking the advantage of the shootout at the Lokhandwala, they started filing the complaints in the court.
I see.
And then people started criticizing. There is always, this thing is there in every sector.
Absolutely.
Every sector that is there. So means that inquiry was carried out. Now though it is compulsory that judiciary inquiry is there. Till Supreme Court people went against us. But we were right. And see that normally many operations, what I did or what my squad did, like as a ATS member, it's not my only individual job. It's a job of the team. You can say that a teamwork.
Absolutely.
And because of that, we carried out these so many operations. We controlled Mumbai.
Right.
And not a single officer from my team, they were arrested, they were inquired, they went to jail. Criticism was there, but in our operations, we almost took care of everything. That this person is involved in so many crimes. That like Mukhtar Lakdawala we killed. He was punished by the court. He was sentenced for 114 years.
My God.
When he was around 44. 114 years he was sentenced by the court for the jail.
Absolutely.
See that like that, this criminal, he is going in the jail, running out of the, then ran away from the jail, and then he started doing his underworld gang work or something like that. Then he was killed in the operation. Nobody has having objection. And mentally also, like I have that satisfaction. Mentally I know that I kill the person. God give me this badge, God give me this revolver, pistol, whatever I am having weapon, to control these type of people.
Who are a threat to society.
Innocent people.
Correct.
Society. Threat to the society, like you said.
Yes.
These people are the most dangerous people. And God only gave this to me, and that is my authority. Now, if he is doing against me, against society, so we have to finish him.
And these people are roaming free.
These people, and they are not bothered that
in
action, I have to take care of that civilian should not be injured from my bullet.
Right.
They are not bothered about that.
They are not bothered.
They are firing on the officers, and they are not other innocent people who are walking on
damage.
That they are not worried about.
So, could you tell our viewers that there was a lot of encounter that took place. Perhaps not the famous, but the ones that stayed with you personally more than others, perhaps because of the circumstances or something of the individuals involved in that particular encounter. What emotions or reflections did that particular emotion evoke? I mean, I'm not talking about, of course, there were a lot of very famous encounters. What was the encounter that stayed with you that you think that this is something the viewers should know about?
See that I said that Bhandup Khindipada operation was there. That Bhandup Khindipada is a slum area. It is on the hill, like Parvati, or you can say that the Mumbai area. It is like that. So Bhandup Khindipada slum area was there.
Right.
Some terrorists came over there from the Punjab. They were involved. They wanted to separate the Khalistan.
Correct.
They were fighting for the Khalistan.
Right.
According to them, they were not the terrorists. According to them, they were the freedom fighters.
Oh.
But for us, as an Indian, we people, we know that they cannot separate Khalistan from us.
Absolutely.
So absolutely, they were against our country.
Right.
And they were fighting from that. And that operation took place. That went on for the 16 hours. In that operation, these terrorists, two of them ran away from the army. And first time in all over India, if you'll see that, this type of operation, this type of terrorist operations, we seized one light machine gun. Machine gun means that belt is there, you see in the movies, that English movies, that continuously firing you can do for whatever time you want.
Absolutely.
So that was, we seized in that light machine gun in that operation. One of our constable, Bhaskar Sonjay, when we killed two terrorists in the beginning. He started in the evening on this operation. Then we were climbing that hill. Slum people, we removed all that slum people. Slowly we removed. When we were going upside, that time the terrorist came all from the little bit that slum, whatever that portion was there. And he fired on us.
Using the light machine?
Yeah. Not with the light machine. Light gun was killed by our officers early morning after 16 hours.
Okay.
On the top portion of the hill. So when these terrorists came all of a sudden from the slum area and he fired on us, I got bullet shots on my bulletproof jacket. Bhaskar Sonjay was with me. He also got that bullet shots on his. But when we were sitting down, that time Bhaskar Sonjay got hit in his head. And he died on the spot.
Oh my God.
See that this is the operation that you cannot forget. Whole life you cannot forget. Absolutely. Till your last breath you will forget. Because he was with me.
Absolutely.
He was walking with me. He was firing with me. That bullets came on me also. That bullet hit in his head. He was also wearing bulletproof jacket. This type of operation, then if you'll go to Juhu Chowpatty now, his statue, you can see that Bhaskar Sonjay statue is there. And
right.
Juhu Chowpatty police.
Correct. Right. And during this time, how did you handle the pressure from those in political power?
See that at my level, I was a sub-inspector that time. Okay. So that political pressure doesn't come to me.
Oh.
Now when I become a ACP, that time it started coming on me. Like one-to-one calls from the ministers, calls from there. But many politicians that time, I can say that, they were not involved or not interfering. I can say that not interfere directly with me also and not my senior officers also. Because senior officers at that time, they used to tell them that what is wrong and what is right. And if this will come that you are supporting these people, if it will come in the newspaper or in the media, so your career will be in the
negative
because
impact.
That time these IPS officers, they were very, I can say that I will not use that word, but non-corrupt officers. You can say that. Okay. They were least bothered about their transfers. Okay. They were least bothered about their whatever posting they will go. They will go to Gadchiroli, they will go to Nagpur, they will go to Kokonat.
But they'll get the job done.
They will get the job done. And they were the officers under whom I work.
Wow.
And that's why we never felt like this political pressure. When I become a senior inspector and ACP, when these type of calls started coming, I told them very politely. Not argue, not you can say that arrogantly.
Right.
Politely, if you tell them that this is the situation, you should not interfere in these things. So let me handle my things, and then we'll see that you called. That's why we saved this person.
Absolutely.
Because we are not going to do him.
Absolutely.
So that way we handle that whatever that situation is there.
So do you feel that? Do you have any regrets or feel that there's something that you have missed during your service?
Yes, definitely. I regret that when 26/11 happened. I was not there. I was posted in Pune. I was not posted in Mumbai, and I'll say that Saraskar was a good friend of mine. We worked together. Very nice officer, very brilliant
Vijay
officer.
Salaskar.
Vijay Salaskar. And under him, we learned lot of things also. How to work in the police force.
Right.
So that's, I regret that ki 2611 type of these things, I was not there in that action. And before that, ki other these crime branch officers, they were not involved in taking active part, like we did in Bhanduk Kindipada with the Khalistan Commando Force.
Right.
Like now after when I came to ATS, we handle ISIS threats also. I got threat from the ISIS. So that way means that is my, what you can say that ki my opportunity went off.
Right.
I was not there on the 2611.
2611.
Yeah.
That's the regret you have.
Yeah.
Now, beyond the headlines and the official reports, could you share the psychological toll of the work on you and your team?
See that ki in the beginning, when you are not used to this type of operations or going in the so many people working in the police force, from constable to IPS officers, but in whole life they never fired a single bullet
Correct.
against gangster. While practicing and all that thing they fired, but
Absolutely.
not in the public place. It's very difficult to killing somebody in encounter also. Even if he is firing and then we are firing on him, retaliating on him. So that is very difficult when you see the person who is dying. I never felt proud in 19 encounters. I felt proud in when I rescued the girls from the prostitution.
Oh my God.
When I rescued that girl before exploitation.
Oh.
I'm happy that I removed, I rescued more than 150 girls from the prostitution. So this type of this mentality, you becomes like that only then when these things happens. So in the beginning, you are under pressure. Then when you becomes this thing, first encounter ho gaya, then second encounter, you will feel little bit something like that disturbed. Third, you feel third encounter, you will kill that gangster and you will start having your lunch immediately. In front of that dead body only, next that dead body is lying on your bed, on floor and you are having your lunch on the table. So detachment, that word is there. Or the detachment. If that detachment is there, automatically it becomes detachment then.
Because obviously you have exterminated a serious threat.
Serious threat to the society also.
To the society, to the citizens and all. Very good. Now, coming back to the most iconic and widely discussed operation in the history of Mumbai is the Lokhandwala encounter,
Yes.
where Maya Dolas and his gang were neutralized in broad daylight. A story that was later adapted in a film called Shootout at Lokhandwala. Could you take us through the events at the high-stakes operation? Tell our viewers about it.
Yeah. Definitely now that movie is there, almost that movie is 60% real movie.
60% was real.
60%. That flat was on the ground floor, but in that movie it was shown on the third floor or fourth floor.
Right.
But it was on the ground floor. One of the topmost builder from the Lokhandwala area, he got a threat from the Maya Dolas.
Right.
50 lakh रुपए चाहिए, हम लोग आने वाले हैं. So that way he 2-3 times he gave the threatening calls to this builder. Even Daud interfere in that this thing, threatening that not to threaten that particular builder. Why are threatening him, demanding the money?
Right.
Like that, these internal clashes were there in the before the bomb blast. In between Chota Rajan and Daud, that rumor was going or real facts were going on in Dubai. That they are going to be separated or something like that. Then this builder, he got a threat. I was up. Then he came to us. He lodged a complaint. And then after lodging the complaint, I was the protection officer for him in his office.
Right.
One of our officer, he was sitting in the MTNL office. That time this thing was not there. Mobile phones were not there. MTNL officer, one of our officer, team member of our ATS, he was sitting in that to listen the conversation on that builder's telephone, who is calling from
where?
It was tapped. After 1 month, something like that, this Maya Dolas, one day he called up. He said that कि आज हम लोग तेरे पास में आ जाएंगे, पैसा तैयार रख. That officer from the MTNL, the police officer, he traced that number to this Swati building.
Oh.
This Swati building was in the Lokhandwala. This flat belongs to one of the gangsters from the Ulhasnagar, Gopal Rajwani. This Gopal Rajwani, he sheltered these people in his flat in Lokhandwala. Then somehow that officer immediately passed on this information to my additional commissioner. That time, Khan Aftab Ahmad Khan. Correct. Then Khan Saab told us this कि थोड़ा इसको जाके रेकी कर दो. क्या है ये, कौन सा एरिया है. Because normally when we are any operations we wanted to carry out, we do recce before that. Recce
Absolutely.
means go there, check out the things, what is there, how
Correct.
many people are there, how to enter in the premises, all that.
Right.
Then I was with the builders at that time.
Right.
Then these other 4-5 officers, they went for the recce in the premises. That time this Dilipia, Maya Dolas associate, he saw this one of our officer from the window of that flat, and he said that कि यार वो खान साहब के लोग आ गए.
Oh, he recognized.
He recognized that officer immediately, and then he fired from the window.
Oh.
That time I got this thing message. It was nearby. That office was very near from that office.
The imperial
Immediately
office.
I also came from that. I joined these officers. That when Dilip was fired, one of our officers, he got a bullet injury in his hand.
Oh.
Immediately we shifted this officer to the Nanavati hospital. टैक्सी वाले के साथ में भेज दिया उसको, और वो टोल टैक्सी वाला कि रास्ते में कोई पुलिस वाला दिखता है तो उसको बोल देना यहाँ पे फायरिंग चल रहा है, एडिशनल फोर्स चाहिए यहाँ पे, मतलब पुलिस चाहिए वहाँ पे, ऐसा बोल दो, वो कंट्रोल को मैसेज दे देगा. बिकॉज वी आर नॉट हैविंग वॉकी टॉकी, बिकॉज दे वेंट फॉर द रेकी.
Right.
They were not prepared. We were
Right.
not prepared. At least I was having carbine with me. Carbine means like AK-47,
Like
small.
AK.
Yeah.
And how many people were there in your team which went for the recce?
First four,
Achha.
then I joined them. It was a 5, and then other 2 people, 2 officers, they also joined us. It was 6 to 7 officers were there in the beginning, and then lot of officers came afterwards. Then these officers shifted. Then we started firing also.
Right.
Then these people again they fired, and one of our Maruti Gharal, he was a 1 year senior to me.
Right.
He got AK bullet through and through from his chest.
Oh.
He also collapsed. He is still alive, but we also shifted him to Nana hospital. And then this fighting was going on for 4.5 hours. If you'll see that time these news channels were not there, social media was not there.
So the live coverage was
News
not there.
track was there. News track of
news track.
Pranav Roy. They were shooting something in that area. They came to know that this firing is going on. If you'll type down the real shootout at Lokhandwala, news track CD, that cassette used to come, the big cassette that time. This.
Right.
So these CDs are available with the media, that on YouTube also it is there
Right.
now. So they covered this firing
They covered
from
it.
out and out.
From out. Okay.
And then they joined, these other media people joined after completion of this encounter. All these Maya Dolas and all that, they were killed. Then many reporters came that time. They also came inside. And there's a very interesting story. You can go through that. 11 minutes, this thing is there.
So how long did that total operation take?
4.5 hours.
And
Around some 1,000 bullets were fired in that operation.
And at the end of it, all were
The
dead.
end of all, they shot down over there.
How
They
many
were
people
killed.
were there in Maya?
7.
7.
There were 7. And second thing that interestingly I say that we were always in the civil clothes.
Civil clothes.
Not in the police uniform.
Right.
When working in the ATS, when working in the crime branch, we were doing that, we were exchanging firing
Right.
with these gangsters inside the compound. Lot of force came from the outside. They were in the uniform also, from different police stations also, from headquarters also. Arup Patnaik, he was a zone, DCP zone over there. Khan Sahab was also joined us after some time. Then these Arup Patnaik sahab came. And then these outside people thought that we are the gangsters. They fired on us.
My God.
Because we were in the civilians.
Correct.
These civil uniforms. They were not knowing that our officers, ATS officers are exchanging this fire inside the compound. Then on megaphone, Patnaik Sahab ordered everybody, cease fire. Nobody will fire from the outside.
Correct.
That way we carried out this operation, and after 4.5 hours, this was completed.
4.5 hours it
4
took.
hours.
Now, there was a major breakthrough with the arrest of 4 Khalistan Liberation Front terrorists
Yes.
who had plotted to
Daisar check nakap.
who had plotted to kidnap
Yes.
late Dhirubhai Ambani and the granddaughter of former PM Narasimha Rao.
Yes.
So, can you share some details?
See that detail means you must be heard of the General Arun Kumar Vaidya Sahab was murdered in Pune
Absolutely.
after this Amritsar Blue Star operation.
Correct.
He was the in charge of the Blue Star operation, and he was killed. He was killed in our camp area of the Pune
Very
city.
close to the Southern
Very
Command.
close to the Southern Command. And these terrorists were caught by the Pune police.
Okay.
And they were in the jail, in the Eroda jail. What these people, these 4 terrorists, they were belongs to the Khalistan Liberation Front.
Liberation Front.
So these Khalistan Liberation, they were staying in the Mira Bhainder area. They were coming and going from the Pune And then they planned that they will kidnap
Kidnap.
the then Prime Minister's daughter, who was studying in the Bharati Vidyapit University in the Pune.
Acha.
She was doing her medical education. They wanted to kidnap her from Pune, and they wanted to kidnap Dhirubhai Ambani. They wanted to ask the release of these terrorists who were caught in the General Arun Kumar Vaidya's murder from the Eroda jail. That's why they planned these. They will kidnap this Dhirubhai Ambani and this granddaughter of the then Prime Minister, and then they will demand that release of
These two terrorists. I believe their names were Jinda and Sukha.
Yeah, they were Jinda and Sukha.
Jinda and Sukha.
So they planned that thing. So we somehow from the central agencies, Khan Sahab got this information. We raided that place. We raided that place for almost 15 to 20 days. And in that building, in front of that building, they were staying in that building. In front of that building, some of officers were, that building was under construction. Some of officers were doing that labor work. लाइक जो सीमेंट लेके जाना ऊपर या फिर वो बाकी सामान कंस्ट्रक्शन का ऊपर लेके जाना लाइक अंडर कवर जॉब आई वाज वर्किंग एज अ वॉचमैन in some that one of that building, and you know that that some of that ladies, you know that they calls watchman, अरे जा ये 20 रुपए ले दूध लेके आ, ये लेके आ, वो लेके आ. I did that thing.
You did that also.
And then many officers did many things as an undercover.
So that not to raise any suspicion.
No, not to raise any suspicion. We wanted to watch their movements, what they are doing exactly, how many people are there, what arms they are having. And then one day when we confirmed that these are the people, when they were traveling from they were entering in the Mumbai city, and that Dahisar check naka is there. At that Dahisar check naka we intercepted. One of our officer, he got injured in firing also. But we caught them alive.
You caught them alive?
Yeah. We seized AK-47 from them, revolvers from them, and a lot of other arms and ammunition. Apart from this, we got a lot of information about the Khalistan Commando Force and Khalistan KLF. Yeah. So a lot of information we got. We shared this information with the IB. See that killing is not the last aim of the police.
Absolutely.
Getting information, and through that information, this intelligence bureau carried out lot of raids in India, and they seized many arms, ammunition, caught many terrorists.
And also to prevent future threats.
Also to prevent future threats. Yes.
Now, something very serious. ACP Barge, when you were working with the Pune ATS, you received a death threat from the ISIS, Pakistani ISIS. How did it impact your, thinking, and how did it affect your family?
First of all, I'd say that it was not a Pakistani ISIS. It's a ISIS.
Okay.
Not ISI. This belongs to Syrian group. That time that ISIS was very much this thing in action all over the world. Not
Absolutely.
in India only.
ISIS, correct.
ISIS. So one girl who was underage, means below 18 years of age, 16 years old she was. She just completed her 10th examination. And just when she was watching the documentary on the ISIS and Al-Qaeda on the news channel, she got interested in that thing. She started searching on the net more about them. And that's how she got in contact with then this ISIS agent from Singapore. He came to know that this girl is interested in our activities. Then through Telegram, he approached this girl. They contacted her in private chat rooms, and then they brainwashed her, and she wanted to become a suicide bomber for them in India. For anything she wanted to do that for the religion of their caste, their religion. So then this thing came to our information that through some central agencies, we got this information. We found out this girl. She was underage. That's why we don't want to take this thing, immediate action on her. Registration of offense we avoided, and then we started brainwashing again, re-brainwashing from radicalize this girl to our mainstream. That's why we started calling the Maulanas and all that thing. And somehow we succeeded in the beginning. Somehow we succeeded in this de-radicalization. And we thought that now this girl is out of this, whatever she was under impression of this Quran and all that things. Then now she is again arrested. So her name was Sadia, because she is now major, she is arrested, she is in the jail. She kept continuing doing that things, and then in Jammu Kashmir she was stopped. Then she was arrested in Rajasthan case, and for the terrorist activities and for the activities of the ISIS. That time, one news channel, news house in Mumbai, and Mumbai commissioner, he received a threat message from unknown these things. The mail ID was not there, or letter, I think it was a letter. So that's key. We'll finish this ATS team from Pune. Particularly, my name was mentioned, and then see that key. These type of threats used to come in the beginning when I was working in the Mumbai,
Right.
but never from gangsters. We received this type of threat when LTT terrorist in Mumbai. We caught one LTT terrorist. That time we got this threats from the Sri Lanka, and that time this protection was provided for the family also and for us also. That time also my seniors also rejected that thing. Me also rejected that time in Mumbai. So then these LTT time, when we received that time, then that protection was provided for the home people, for the family. At my home, my flat in that building, one constable, two constable used to sit over there. But when we received this ISIS threat, that time then Commissioner of the Pune Police, K.K. Patak was there. He called up me, he said that now this threat came and all this, it is this thing also in the news media, all news channels, it is there. So whether I wanted to give you protection. I said, sir, now अभी almost इतना साल सर्विस हो गया है, तो प्रोटेक्शन लेना मेरे लिए अच्छा नहीं लग रहा मेरे को, बिकॉज सी दैट की रॉन्ग मैसेज विल गो इन द सोसाइटी.
करेक्ट.
दैट की पुलिस ही प्रोटेक्शन में अगर घूमती है तो फिर
तो हमारा क्या होगा?
हमारा प्रोटेक्शन कौन करेगा? तो
कौन
दैट्स व्हाई आई अवॉइडेड टू टेक द प्रोटेक्शन, बिकॉज आई ऑलवेज, माय टीम वाज ऑलवेज विथ मी, ATS team.
Correct.
Somehow that protection was always there. So I said that there is no need of any protection. Now we don't know that whether that letter is true or not. Whether really it is came from
Whether
the
it's
Syria,
written,
or somebody had done the masti in local gangsters,
Right.
against whom I have taken the actions and all
Action
that thing.
earlier,
It
yes.
was like that.
Could be.
So in family, he said that I kept one principle in the beginning in my service, that I never discuss police subject in my house. They used to come that when action used to happen, and then next day when they used to read the newspaper, that time they came to know that yesterday my father was here in this action and my wife was thinking that my husband was in that action. I avoided to discuss all these police subject at my home. I kept it out of my umra, you can say that in Marathi, that घर के दीवार के घर के दरवाजे के अंदर आते टाइम सब बाहर रखा.
बिल्कुल.
तो टचवुड माय किड्स आर आल्सो नॉट लाइक कि वो मेरा बाप कुछ ऐसा है या पिताजी कुछ ऐसे है.
लेकिन सर वो जब उनको पता चला कि ये ISIS का थ्रेट आया, तो उन पे क्या इफेक्ट हुआ था?
नहीं, लिटिल बिट से नाउ दैट कि both my son is grown up and my daughter is also grown up. When I was in Mumbai, that time they were small. So they were not understanding what is the
severity of the issue.
Yeah, severity of the threat. Yeah. So, but this time when this threat came, they were more worried about me and themselves also, because now they are grown-up children.
Absolutely.
So that's why they thought, wife did not thought that much, but children thought little bit. Then they started their precaution. They said that कि डैडी आप भी मत करो, ये मत करो. I said किसने तो करना ही है ना, और मालूम नहीं इसमें कितना सच है कितना नहीं है. So that way we handle that situation. After some days, you know that कि time is the best medicine for all this type of whatever threats comes, whatever happens with your life.
There is another incident where two Bangladeshi girls,
Yes,
who were daughters of a Bangladeshi army officer who was closely working with one of our intelligence agencies,
yes,
who fell in love with
Yes,
someone, and they
yes.
were brought to India, and there
Yes.
was in fact to Pune,
yes.
and they was sold in
Red light area.
red light area.
Yeah.
So how
See that there's one day when I was in Mumbai, I was associated with central agencies and work with them very closely. So one of that lady officer was there in Delhi. She called up me one day that अरे बर्गे you are posted in Pune now, na? I said yes, madam, I am posted in Pune, and that time I was in the crime branch, not in the ATS.
okay.
I was in the crime branch and I was looking after the social security cell of the Pune city. When she called up me, she said that कि यार दो लड़की लोग हैं, 14 साल की एक लड़की है, 11 साल की लड़की है, और उनको बांग्लादेश से भगा के लाया है यहाँ पे, और किधर बेचा है, मतलब बेचा है, ऐसी कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन है. हमने दिल्ली में सर्च किया, मुंबई में सर्च किया, रेड लाइट एरिया में सर्च किया, वो कुछ नहीं मिल रहा है, थोड़ा पूना में तुम थोड़ा ट्राई करो उसको. तो सी वॉज अ वेरी सीनियर ऑफिसर, डिप्यूटी डायरेक्टर ऑफ आवर सेंट्रल एजेंसी. Then I said, Madam, okay, I'll start. Right now, I'll start working on this information. Then we normally, these Bangladeshi girls, they, under the pretext of that, they will get the modeling job in Mumbai city or Pune city, or they will get the good job in some
Misled
factory.
by
They're
the
misled by these people. Somehow that love affair is also, some in some cases love affair is there. So
That
these
probably
two
influenced them.
Influence them,
Yes.
and that's they are very update. This what he calls that who are working in the prostitution rackets. They are very nice people, nice talking that way.
Okay.
So they under that 14 years girls, she fall with one guy, fall in love with one guy, and then this guy, under pretext of these all these things, will settle down in here in India. He brought them, he sold them in Budwarpet area.
My God.
Somehow one of my information, who is prostitute herself, her name is, I will say that name also, Mumtaz, because she is right now, she is not here. I only settled down her in Bangalore.
Wow.
And she is nicely, she is got married, with children, she is staying over there. That's why I am mentioning her name.
Right.
And very common name is a Mumtaz. That Mumtaz, I asked Mumtaz, यार Mumtaz, ये बहुत बड़ी काम करना है हमको, और हमको ये information दिल्ली के लिए काम करना है हमको. Then she started working on that time. She was working in the Budwarpet area at that time as a prostitute only on her own. And then she started collecting the information. And then one day she came to me after 3-4 days and she said that कि साहब एक रिक्शा वाला है, उसने ऐसा ऐसा 2 लड़की लोगों को लाया था और इसके घर में बेचा है. वो information मिलने का था. Immediately we started that operation. This operation went continuously for 28 hours. We ऑलमोस्ट वही खाना खाया नहीं, कुछ किया नहीं, सिर्फ जो रास्ते में मिलता है वही पानी पिया, वही खाना खाया, और वो कंटिन्यूसली हमने उसके ऊपर वर्कआउट चला. रिक्शा वाले को पकड़ा, रिक्शा वाले ने बताया कि साहब हाँ ये लड़के लोगों को, उसको फोटो दिखाया, फोटो दिखाने के बाद में हाँ साहब इनको लाया था और इसको भेजा. वी वेंट इन दैट ब्रोथेल. दैट लेडी सेड दैट कि साहब मैंने इसको 4-5 दिन पहले ही इसको जैसे आई, उसके दूसरे दिन ज़्यादा कर आया, तो उसने मैंने ये मुंबई वाले को भेज दिया. वी गॉट कन्फ्यूज लिटल. फिर somehow we started collecting more information, pass on this information to Mumbai police also. Then when we were doing this continuously, this thing, raiding these people, that this brothel, that brothel, this building, that brothel, one old lady from one building, she said that कि साहब ये इसके घर में यहाँ पे थी आज थी. One of that girl who was 14 years old. Then we raided her premises, which all house we searched, but we could not find out. Then that lady said that कि साहब टेरेस पे उसने इशारा किया. One of that this prostitute girl. टेरेस पे जाने के बाद में हमने सब पूरा टेरेस देख लिया. We could not find out that particular girl. Then all of a sudden one of our lady officer, she thought that कि सब वो पानी का टैंक के ऊपर देखता है, उसमें देखते हैं. She climbed up over there. One of my constable went also there, and that girl was hidden in that water tank.
One of the girls.
One of the girl. So we rescued that girl immediately from there. Then I got little bit more confidence that कि दूसरी लड़की भी यहाँ पे मिलनी चाहिए. Then that girl said that कि then we caught that brothel owner also.
Right.
She said that कि साहब इसको हड़प सर के प्राइवेट brothel वाले को बेचा हमने. प्राइवेट जो prostitution racket चलाता है उसको. Then we found that place also. It was a bungalow in deserted area of Hadapsar, a little bit ahead of the Hadapsar. When we went in that bungalow, that big dogs were there. I don't know the name, like Alsatian type, that be around 3 feet, 4 feet height. 4 dogs were there near the building, and we don't wanted to destroy the inside. Who are there inside there? So we went to one mutton shop. We brought that chicken from that mutton shop. Okay. And we gave them the chicken to the dogs.
And distracted them.
And then distracted, then we entered in that. We got that second girl also, who were 11 years old.
Oh my God.
And we rescued that thing. I'm hanging that video of both the girls when they met, how they hugging each other.
What a relief.
That's a really satisfactory job of that thing. But I'm proud that because that 11-year girl was not exploited. But this 14-year girl was exploited.
She was exploited.
But little bit these type of rescue operation, I told you that better than encounter.
Absolutely. In a very different role with the Special Protection Unit, you have also been an officer
Yes.
for Balasaheb Thackeray, Amitabh
Yes.
Bachchan, Nusli Wadia,
Yes.
and when Rajiv Gandhi during his Mumbai visits
Yeah.
also.
We were in second cordon.
So how did this responsibility come about?
See that ki when this special protection unit after Indira Gandhi's murder, this Rajiv Gandhi's murder, this protection unit started in Maharashtra. Also, it was started, and we were the first few officers. We gone through all that training of the 3 months training. Now it is 1 month training, but that time it was a 3 months training. Then we were appointed as a bodyguards, personal bodyguards to the Balasaheb Thackeray, who was the one of the best politician I had seen in my life.
Absolutely.
Who was taking care of all constable to all officers who were with them. Then Amitabh ji also, his one manager was there, Praveen. Amitabh ji used to tell him that कि पहला इनका खाना लगेगा फिर मेरा खाना लगेगा.
Wow.
It's like that. These people are great because this type of this thing, their life is like this type.
Absolutely.
So then when Rajiv Gandhi used to come also, that second or third cordon, that first cordon, so that Delhi police were there, these black cat commandos were there. Then second or third was there. Then Nasli Wadia, they were having rivalry between Dhirubhai Ambani and Nasli Wadia that time because of the polyester thing. This
Correct.
thing. And then Nasli Wadia was given the protection of the SPU.
Oh.
That time we came to know that why these people are big. And I learned many things from them.
Right.
When you are in the power, you should help to the needy people.
Absolutely.
Or who is required your help.
Absolutely.
You always help these people.
Correct.
Whatever you do, politics or whatever you do.
Correct.
But when needy people wanted you, you should be there.
That's when you should be there for them. So talking about another operation where your team had seized about 1,500 kilograms of RDX
That was in Mumbai.
and 220 kilograms of brown sugar.
Yes.
So could you just walk us
See
through
that these 220 kilograms, that was happening in my career's first posting in the Dongri police station.
Okay.
One of custom officer, he got information that these one of the people, some people from the Punjab, they came in Mumbai and they wanted to sell out these narcotics, this brown sugar. That time it was not common word also.
I know.
And it was a lot of value was there for this brown sugar. And that came from the Afghanistan. Like I said that it was the purest.
The
brown sugar. That was the purest brown sugar. Then we got this information, these custom officers came. Then that time we raided one place in the Bhiwandi.
Okay.
अगर आपने सरफरोश पिक्चर देखा है तो उसमें वो ट्रक वाला एक आता है, आमिर खान उसको पकड़ता है, वो ट्रक वाला जो टेररिस्ट नक्सलाइट के साथ में हथियार सप्लाई करने वाला होता है.
Yes, yes.
That is based, this incident was based on our this 220 kg narcotics thing.
Oh, I see.
So that truck was parked, that truck wala, these people, truck driver and cleaner came in Dongri police station jurisdiction.
Right.
They wanted to sell that this thing 220 kg and buyer supposed to come over at the Karnak Bandar. That area's name is the Karnak Bandar area. But the buyer not turn up to meet this cleaner and driver. So they were searching and somehow this information received by these custom officers and then they passed on that information to us. We started searching that truck in nearby area but we could not find it. Then somehow we caught the cleaner. Cleaner never told anything. When last moment after giving our lovely treatment to them, then he agreed that he said that this truck is at the Bhiwandi, one dhaba hai, वहाँ पे धाबा पे खड़ा है. So we brought that truck also in Dongri police station, driver also. But we could not find the narcotics, whatever that brown sugar was there. Then that last moment, this driver told us that you have seen the public carrier, that board is there on the truck. That cavity is there.
Right.
In that cavity, 220 packets, each one of 1 kg of the brown sugar. That was valued that time 220 crore rupees.
220
crores? They were hidden in that cavity and we seized that. And lot of this thing is there. Second thing is that 1,500 Mumbai RDX was there. Arup Patnaik Saab, he was a DCP that time, and Ramurthy Saab and Khan Saab was there. Ramurthy Saab was the commissioner of the police. That time he received this information that in Mumbai, like this bomb blast case before that. So it was hardly 20 to 30 kg was used in 1993 bomb blast all over the Mumbai. So this is the 1,500 kg of RDX. Just think that what was their plan.
What damage it could have
damage it could have done. Then that information we received, and that was a very clear operation that person showed us where it is kept.
done. Okay.
So we seized that, confiscated that.
Now, coming to a very humane side of your, this thing is that you're known for your compassion and for your courage. You were the first person since the Peshwa era to organize a Diwali celebration for the commercial sex workers.
Yes.
So, can you tell our viewers about
See
it?
that when I was the in charge of the Fergusson Police Station, that red light area of Pune, Budwarpet, that falls under the Fergusson Police Station area.
Right.
When I was doing everyday patrolling, going for some investigation and all that thing, that time I saw these prostitutes sitting on the road, standing on the road for the customers.
Right.
Some hardened 20 customers, 30 customers per day. The price of that one customer is only 100 rupees or 200 rupees. When you look at this type of people, automatically whatever human thing is there in your body or your mind, whatever, you are also human being. That time this comes to my mind that अरे हम लोग अभी दिवाली 8 दिन के बाद में आने वाला है, तो वी आर स्टार्टेड डूइंग दिस कि कपड़ा लेना है, ये करना है, दिवाली में लाना है, मिठाई बनाना है, ये करना है, इसको गिफ्ट देना है, उसको गिफ्ट देना है.
Right.
तो व्हाट अबाउट दिस पीपल? फॉर क्रिसमस आल्सो दे आर डूइंग दिस, for Diwali also, for Navratri also, New Year also, last
Every
year also,
festival.
every festival they are doing same thing. They are selling
and they don't
their
get a chance to
bodies.
celebrate.
Then I decided, I contacted some of them. I did one thing that I gave each and every prostitute, she was having my card. I told them that कि कोई भी यहाँ पे पुलिस वाला आएगा, भाई आएगा, दादागिरी करने आएगा, उसका सिर्फ मेरे को कार्ड दिखाना मेरा, नहीं तो फिर मेरे को कॉल करना है.
Absolutely.
तो that's why I was attached to them like still they say that कि बर्गे साहब नहीं बोलते हो, बर्गे भाई बोलते हो.
Right.
वो है. तो that's why I thought that कि then I contacted corporation commissioner also that time. Then corporation commissioner clean that area. Not even house. This if you go in Prabhat Road, if you go in any posh area, you will not find out that type of cleanliness. They did all that thing, corporation.
They did all that. Corporation did.
Clean everything. Then some social NGOs where they were involved also, they gave Farhal and all that thing. Before that, we gave them that Akash Kandil, this cracker also, and then Rangoli. What you call, I don't know that.
Yes.
Rangoli we gave to them. You will not believe that this Nepali, suppose lady is there, girl is there, she draw a mountain.
My God.
Like Nepal, whatever she used to see in Nepal before joining this prostitution business.
She did it through Rangoli.
She did it through whatever is in her mind, she did that thing. Karnataka girls, she did something else. Like West Bengal girls were there, ladies were there, they did there something like that.
Right.
So I was happy that since that 3 days, really that was my first Diwali and last Diwali. Really I thought that I celebrated Diwali.
And you did
For myself also.
You did something so honorable actually.
Very nice. And then you will not believe that he was a principal of one of the college, topmost college. His age was 82 years that time. Mahendra sir, Yashwant Mahendra sir. I brought him as a chief guest for this function.
My God.
And he saw in 82 years he is staying in Pune. First time he saw the life of this prostitution, how they stay and all that thing.
Yeah.
Then many organizations came forward to rescue these girls and give them job or something like that.
Absolutely. So, you are a decorated officer. You have received 430 awards, including the international recognition of the first Indian police officer to receive the Survivors Club membership for action against terrorism. Could you tell our viewers something about
See, the Survivors Club was formed by the DuPont company who makes the bulletproof jackets and chief of the polices of the different countries, different cities, different countries. So they formed this club. And I told you about the Bhaskar Sonjay incident who died in that operation. He was wearing the bulletproof jacket also. But
he got shot in
this
the head.
club is only for the Survivors Club. International Survivors Club of International Club of Survivors. This word is there.
Absolutely.
Who survives, they becomes a member of this club.
And those 430 awards, there was
430, that is for the different investigation from the total all over my career. This is but good. I feel that means each and every award is on some incident or some best investigation. Not like did good bandobas, or we also get reward for that also.
Right.
But my rewards are, I am proud of that. I got an opportunity, God gave me opportunity and I used it. and I got succeeded in that.
Fantastic. Now, you have also delivered several TED Talks, TEDx Talks
Yeah.
on critical national issues like Naxalism,
Yes.
anti-terrorism, women's safety, and youth empowerment. So, what inspired you to step into the role of a thought leader, and what message do you aim to share through these platforms with the
See that
people?
once you made me hero. Basically, I give these all credit to my senior officers, my team members, and lastly or firstly, you can say that media persons. Because I was having good terms, good relations with all these people, and my seniors always having faith in me that whatever I will do, that will not go wrong or I'll not do for the wrong purpose.
Absolutely.
That's why I got this opportunity. I somehow because of this movie when it came out, when it was released, and many youngsters they started contacting me. They started thinking, "अरे shootout में officer पूना में है ऐसा है." And then many companies like Wipro, Infosys, and when I was in the ATS, we collected some 20 to 30 boys from the Muslim community. They were doing the propaganda, taking the advantage of the Quran and telling ISIS what they were doing that meaning of the Quran's ayat or surah. They were telling wrongly to the people, youngsters basically, to brainwash them, mislead them. They were misleading them. Then when we came to know that, we started there, we contacted some IT students from the Muslim community. We formed our own group. And when something like used to come,
Used to counter
from
it.
they used to counter it.
They used to counter
Telling them because it was going through them, so
Correct.
that's why it was controlled. And then these people came, then youngsters came, and then we wanted to make a de-radicalization among this community particularly, or among this Muslim community. They were against the ATS because of some incidents before my posting in the ATS. Some incident took place that they become the enemy number one. If you will ask them, so they used to tell that ATS is our enemy number one.
Enemy number one.
Then we started contacting this. We started going to the madrasa. We started going to colleges. We started going to the communities. And then we exclaimed them, and we were become the first friendly department of the police.
Okay.
With this community.
Fantastic.
Like that, I came in contact with these many youngsters also from different colleges. They started. Then Nirbhaya Hatyakand was happened in Delhi. That
Right.
girl was raped and then it was murdered. She was murdered.
Right.
Then among the awareness among the girls from the colleges, we started giving the what you can say, self-protection.
Okay. Self-defense.
Self-defense, self-protection.
Self-protection.
That way we started giving them these lectures. That's why I came in contact with these many people. And then these TEDx people also, COAP people, they conducted this TEDx talk. That was on the detachment only. That first we use that word detachment. How to detach from your day-to-day police working, from
Absolutely.
your personal life. So that was a talk on that things, and that's why I thought that whatever my experience, see that you give whatever professor teach in the colleges, that's from the books.
Right.
My is live experience. When I tell them that Lokhandwala happens like this, what was the condition at the Lokhandwala that time? What was this gangsters mentality? Then when rescuing these girls, what is the role of the agents?
Absolutely.
Why these girls should take the precautions, self-defense protection, they should not fall in anybody's stocks. That way, when I started them explaining, it was more attached. And this way, we started ATS Friends. When I joined
Friends.
ATS Friends. And around Western Maharashtra, you will not believe, 32,000 students, youngsters basically, they become ATS Friends.
Wow.
When something went wrong in Kolhapur, because that was my jurisdiction, that information reaching before the Kolhapur SP or Kolhapur police station, it was going to come to me because of this network. That's why these advantages is there. When police approach to the people work nicely with you.
Changing their
mindset. So when your police approach is very much important in
Absolutely.
this, and you should approach first to the police. While this thing law and order situations are there now, you get lot of benefits from this type
Absolutely.
of connectivity with the public.
If the youth stop idolizing gangsters,
exactly,
that makes a huge difference.
Exactly, that's what. And then they know that these youngsters, they wanted to become a good person. They don't want to become a gangster. Even if they are attracted towards that, for that movie time, they wanted that, अरे कितना भारी है ये है वो है. लेकिन when they, in real life, everybody's father, mother, they wanted that ki his son or daughter should become a good citizen.
Absolutely.
Good person. Even that person wanted that. But
Correct.
somehow if he is going to attract that way, it was stopped by us.
Very good.
That was helpful, I think so. That
Excellent.
is a good, and now I think I will say on this platform that around 20 to 22 gangsters, they were involved in the crime. I came in contact with them. Now they are nicely living with their families. They came out of the jail. I supported them. I helped them to get the jobs. Wow. And now the owner of that premises or that industry where they are working, he is saying that कि साहब मेरे पास में 10-100 लोग काम करते हैं, उसमें से 40-50 लोग चोरी करते ही है छोटा मोटा, लेकिन ये जो आदमी आपने भेजा है, he is more cautious because he know that कि
उसका इल्जाम क्या है,
उसका
मतलब
क्या
उसका
होने वाला है,
रिपरकशन क्या है,
आगे रिपरकशन. सेकंड थिंग इज क्या, साहब के रेफरेंस से अपन यहाँ पे आए हैं तो वी शुड बिहेव नाइसली.
you should not spoil your image.
या तो दैट इज माय सेटिस्फैक्शन कि हम लोग ये कर सकते हैं पुलिस में रह के. तो नाउ दिस एटीट्यूड ऑफ द पुलिस दैट शुड आल्सो चेंज. द एटीट्यूड ऑफ द मींस मेंटालिटी ऑफ द पब्लिक आल्सो शुड चेंज. कि पुलिस इज फॉर यू. सी दैट कि लॉट ऑफ कंट्रीज आर देयर इन द वर्ल्ड, दे डोंट हैव आर्मीज, but not a single country is there who doesn't have police.
Absolutely.
Police is necessity of the society.
Correct. Absolutely.
And you people, media people, public and police work together. I don't know, Pune is the best city to live in.
Absolutely. ACP Barge, it was a pleasure having you with us.
Mine also.
Thank you so
Pune
much.
Mirror, thank you very much. Particularly thanks to you and your cameraman also.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you for speaking with Pune Times Mirror.